What's up, everybody? It's your boy Afro Sniper X, and we here with the new channel, the secondary channel, Afro Sniper X 2.0. Now, guys, we're going to be talking about situations, guns, all kinds of crazy stuff, current events, and just, everyday topics. So let's get into it today. We're talking about home defense and what's the best caliber and why you should use that caliber or why you shouldn't use that caliber. A lot of people go to the AR-15, but don't think about how penetrating that round is, that projectile is. So let's get into it, guys. I got a couple of different guns here on the table, and we're going to go over each one of them and talk about the pros and the cons for a home defense situation. Because the AR-15, since we're most popular, we'll talk about that first. Now, the AR-15 is a great platform. It is used by military, police, SWAT, all kinds of things, all kinds of people. It's just a easy platform to use and to adapt to. I would consider it the Lego of guns. Now, the thing about the 5.56 and the 2.23 is the projectile is made for penetration. So if you were to use it for a home defense situation, for a home invader situation, it is very possible, it is very likely that the round is going to go through the person, go through your drywall, and possibly hit your neighbor's house or even kill somebody in your neighbor's house. And that's something that you really don't want because there's crazy consequences that come with that. So I will say the AR-15 is great for home defense if you live like on a farm area where you own property or a lot of space. Not only could it be useful for home invasions and situations like that, but it could also be used for critters that could be attacking your crops or something like that if you live on a farm. So it is definitely a good choice for that situation. Now we got the old 7.62 AK platform. Even though this is more of a Draco platform because it is a 14-inch barrel with a Fox suppressor that is pin and welded. So it's technically 16 inches, but the barrel is only 14. Now we got the underfolder right here. It's pretty cool. I've done a video on this. Haven't done a video of me shooting it, but we'll be dropping that soon on the Afro Sniper X original channel. So check that out. Now, this gun could possibly be good for home defense. Its cousin, the 300 Blackout, is really good for home defense, really good for close quarters. CQB, it's just amazing. It shines. But the 7.62, for a house, for an apartment, I wouldn't recommend it. I would throw this in the same category as the 5.56 and the 2.23. If you live on wide open property, then by God, have fun with this and use it if it's all you got, and use it and abuse it. Because that round will be going through drywall, guys, faster than the Kool-Aid man breaks through the wall screaming, "Oh yeah." It would be fucking crazy. Now, a good choice would be handgun, right? Everybody's always talking about the handgun. Like the Uzi? Oh yeah, it's pretty sick, huh? 9mm Glock. I would say this is a very good choice for home defense. Now, it does have some penetration to it, but you get around that, you throw some hollow points or some really deep hollow points. You guys go check that out, but the 9mm pistol is really great for home defense. I actually got two different versions of the Glock. I got one with the suppressor, pretty sick. Red dot in the back instead of the rear sight. Wanted to do it a little different from my other Gucci Glock. And we got the Timothy trigger. And it also has an extended magazine and some designs on the slide. I'll show you guys in just a second. Now, 9mm pistol. Custom frame, custom slide. This red dot right here is freaking awesome. It's from Lux Tactical. Definitely go check Lux Tactical out. They're doing some major crazy thing with these red dots. And not just that, your boy's going to be shooting for their team. So, Keep a lookout for that footage. It's going to be freaking awesome. Bam! Now, I actually haven't shot a gun for about 8 months. About 7 months. I just went to the gun range the other day. For you guys that don't know, they're new to this channel. I was in a close to fatal motorcycle accident on December 28th. And basically, I was in the hospital for about 6 months. Blew up my liver, blew up my appendix. Gallbladder, half of it had to be removed. Had some holes in my diaphragm. It was just crazy. And I still got one more surgery I got to do, which is my hand. So right now, I can only shoot rifles because the pistols are just way too much for my wrist. And my dominant hand, my good hand, is the one that's messed up. I wanted to say something else, but yeah, we'll just say it's messed up. It sucks. So, it's all good though. Like I said, I'm getting back to practice and I'm having fun. When I have my surgery, I'm actually going to take that time to learn how to be ambidextrous and just master a pistol with my left hand. I have an awesome training kit, guys. This would be a good home defense setup right here, for the reason being, not only do you have extended magazine, right? So you have more bullets. More bullets is always great. That means you're staying in the fight a little bit longer, right? You got a Timothy custom trigger, means that pull's going to be very, very soft, nice and crisp. And then you got a suppressor, guys. Now you're not going to be blowing out anybody's ears, or even alarming the neighbors that there's an intruder in your house. Not bringing a lot of attention, just handling business and, taking care of that shit and getting it done. That's what it's all about. So I really, really recommend a setup like this. Now, I'm knowing that you guys are starting to see a trend here, right? 9mm. We're going to keep it going to the last one. 9mm Stribog, guys. Now, this would be my ultimate home defense right here. This is basically a Scorpion. But it's a Stribog. It's made in Slovakia. I have a binary trigger on this bad boy right here, so I get a 2 burst, I get one on the pull and one on the release. Bang, bang. Love that. That is awesome. Got a brake on here, so that's cool. So that's going to take away some of that kick, even though it's a 9mm, so it doesn't kick very much. And we got a light on the side, so we can know what's in the dark and know what's hiding in those tight little corners, Gotta love it. Setup right here. Setup like this. Amazing. Definitely recommend it. And there's a lot of options like this. You can even get an AR pistol chambered at 9mm, and I know you guys are saying, well, 9mm could pierce too. 9mm could go through drywall too. And you're very right. That's why I said choose your ammunition. It's not always the caliber that you, that's gonna save the day and, keep you out of trouble. You got to think about the projectiles, the ammunition, the cartridges that you're using. Using hollow points, there's a very high chance that the bullet is just going to break out into pieces, in the perpetrator, in the home invader, whatever. So keep that in mind. It's not always the gun. It's the ammunition too. Okay. Now I'm pretty sure there is some ammunition out there that the 5.56 has that's like soft lead or hollow points or whatever. I've never shot none, never seen none. And you're probably like, well, have you ever been to a gun store? They're like right there. Well, I've never tried to look for them. So I always go to the gun store knowing what I want, and I get what I want, and I get the hell out. Let's talk about that shooter, guys. That dude that shot up the NFL office, or at least attempted to. What's crazy about that, guys, is he was out here, Las Vegas. What? When I heard that, when I watched it on the news, it blew my mind. It's crazy how we have all these shootings going on in these school shootings and just mass shootings. It's crazy. I don't understand what's going on with people. Maybe people are fed up with the shit that's going on, but to take it to that level is just ridiculous. That's diabolical. And I think that we're probably going to see some kind of gun laws change in the next couple of years, just because there's so much of this going on. And it really sucks for people like me and you that are upstanding citizens that just like to shoot, just like to collect and all that good stuff, But, this is the world that we live in, unfortunately. The old days, the good old days, the golden days, they're gone. We're moving on to newer and better and worse things. I think that's the way to say it. You know, people like to say we're moving on to better things, but it's also worse things too. We're seeing a lot of bad shit happen, which is crazy. Like I was in the hospital when that car bomb went off. I think they tried to take out the Trump Towers, the Trump casino, or something like that.
Tesla, that Cybertruck explosion on New Year's Day right here in Las Vegas, outside the Trump International Hotel.
That was fucking crazy. What is going on? That's wild. That is freaking wild. It's the world we freaking live in. Give you guys a close up of what this bad boy looks like. Oh yeah, she's awesome. Another close up. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Now this one right here, I haven't done much customization at all. I'm gonna get to it though. This year, we're gonna make this thing look awesome. Let's talk about 380. I think it's a good caliber. It's like the cousin of the 9mm, which is pretty awesome. But to me, it just doesn't pack enough punch. But honestly, I think it's a caliber that you could use for home defense. The application of the caliber definitely does perform very well. Like I said, it's the cousin of the 9. You could shoot a 380 out of a 9, which is kind of crazy, but you can't shoot a 9 out of a 380. So if you have a 9mm and you ran out of bullets, all you got is a 380. The accuracy may be a little messed up, but hey, could possibly get the job done. Well, I hope you guys enjoy, guys. I'm your boy Afro Sniper X, and this is Afro Sniper X 2.0. And hey, that's the end of the show, yo.